Right friends, welcome back to new series, news analysis and features. We are starting from this week. As we have already discussed, there will be one lecture part, one news analysis and features part, and one question and answer session. These three are independent of one another, and please listen all these three. And from this week, I hope you enjoy this news analysis and features. We are going to discuss these issues this week. Why RBI buys dollars? RBI buys dollars quite frequently. What is the reason? Second point is, what is wrong with the sugar industry? We are going to discuss in detail. Indian Railways, what is the problem with Indian Railways and what is the relevance of Bibek Debroy committee recommendations? The fourth item for this week is the outbreak of MERS, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome outside Saudi Arabia. Next issue is alternate route, good news for elders who want to visit Kailash Manasarovar. And the last one of the week is message from Comet. Hello Earth, can you hear me? Right, let us look one by one. Reserve Bank of India purchased $33 billion from the market during the past 4 months. If RBI does not purchase dollars, what will happen? Rupee will appreciate. If RBI does not purchase dollars, rupee will appreciate because we are getting more dollars to the country. But why RBI intervened? During the past 4 months, RBI purchased $33 billion and in the entire year 2014, RBI purchased $34 billion. Now the foreign exchange reserves are close to $350 billion. And why RBI intervenes? Why it purchases and why it sells? Sometimes it sells dollars in the market. We are going to discuss in detail about this. Look into this picture. What is the main purpose? The main purpose of RBI is to look into stability of rupee. RBI is basically concerned about the stability of rupee. Now for the past 1 year, foreign portfolio investors, look into the first picture, left side. During the past 1 year, foreign portfolio investors are the investors who invest in the stock market. So for the past 1 year, they are investing more money into our stock market. The main reasons are, in the advanced economies, the interest rates are less. The second reason is our stock market is on bull run. Stock indexes are rising. What is the reason? There is lot of expectations on the new government. That's why stock market is on the bull run for the past 1 year. Because of this, foreign portfolio investors are investing in our stock market. The second reason is oil prices reduced during the past 1 year. Because of reduction in oil prices, our outgo reduced. Outgo in the sense, the amount which we are required to pay for the foreigners for purchasing oil is reduced. Please don't forget, we are dependent on import of oil to the extent of 70 to 80% of our requirement. Oil prices reduced in the world, because of which our outgo is reduced. Because of these two reasons, one is foreign portfolio investors investment, second is oil prices reduction, we are surplus with the dollars. Inflow of dollars is more than outflow. Under these circumstances, if Reserve Bank of India does not interfere, then rupee will appreciate. At present, rupee is somewhere around 63 to 64 rupees a dollar. If RBI does not intervene, then definitely rupee will appreciate. But RBI purchased dollars and rupee against dollar is steady at 63 or 64 rupees per dollar. Why RBI intervened? Because of two reasons. One is, there is every likelihood of increase in the oil prices. That is one reason. If oil prices increases, then outflow will be there. Then second reason is, we are not sure when foreign portfolio investors who are investing in our market may fly away. That means capital flight. We are not sure when the capital flight will take place from our country. That is the second reason. And Federal Reserve, the Central Bank of United States of America, is expected to increase the interest rates. So once the interest rates are increased in America, then definitely money will be withdrawn from our stock market. So because of these two reasons, RBI intervened and purchased dollars, and that will take care of capital flight from our country. When sudden capital flies out of our country, then RBI will sell dollars in the market. That means to stabilize the rupee. I would like to tell you one more point. If rupee appreciates more, then our exports will be affected. If I sell this product in United States of America, if I get $1, if I sell this product for $1 in United States of America, then I will get 64 rupees as per the present exchange rate. If a rupee appreciates to 60, I will get only 60 rupees. So exports will be affected if a rupee appreciates beyond one point. That also RBI does not want to happen. Because of these reasons, RBI interferes as and when more capital flows are there, it will purchase dollars. When capital flight is there from the country, it will sell dollars in the market. This is the mechanism adopted by Reserve Bank of India to maintain stability of currency. Look into the next issue, 6,000 crores of loan package to sugar mills. Quite often you hear, last week also we had the news item, sugar mills were given 6,000 crores of rupees to come out of the crisis because sugar mills have got dues of rupees 21,000 crores of rupees to be paid to farmers. They are procuring sugar cane from farmers, but their dues mounted to 21,000 crores of rupees. They have to pay to the farmers. As a stopgap measure, Government of India has given 6,000 crores of rupees which are to be directly transferred to the accounts of farmers. Frequently government undertakes these type of assistance, but let us look at the ground reality. What is the ground reality? At present, we have surplus sugar stocks. In the world also, there are no takers. World is surplus with sugar. India is surplus with sugar. Every year for the past 3 to 4 years, we are producing 2 million tons extra sugar than the requirement. This year, the extra sugar produced is expected to be 4 million tons. So, at present, we are surplus with 10 million tons of sugar stocks. How to dispose? There is no demand in our country. There is no demand outside. What the government is doing under these circumstances? Look into this slide. What the government is doing? They are intervening like this. The first and the foremost is, as and when the arrears are mounting, they are giving interest-free loans to the sugar mills. What they have done recently, 6,000 crores to sugar mills, directly to be transferred to the farmers. The second point what they are doing is increasing the export subsidy on raw sugar. If someone is exporting, then subsidy will be given. But who will take in the world? Entire world is surplus with sugar. So that will not work. And more than that, what the government is doing is, government is frequently raising fair and remunerative prices to be given to the farmers. Government frequently raising the price to be paid to the sugarcane farmer, that is called fair and remunerative price. Because of the raise in price, farmers are tempted to cultivate more. That is aggravating the situation. As I have listed out here, the government intervention in these three ways is not solving the problem, it is aggravating the problem. So what is the solution? The solution is, let the market forces determine the prices. Let government not interfere, let government not increase the fair and remunerative prices. That is the first and the foremost thing. Then second important point is more emphasis should be on ethanol blending program. Ethanol is produced due to the fermentation of sugar. We have to take example from Brazil. Brazil is blending around 25% in petrol. This ethanol is produced by fermentation of sugar. Brazil is already doing, it is blending 25% of ethanol with petrol. But this ethanol blending program is not taking off in our country, and government has to focus on ethanol blending program. That means government should desist from increasing fair and remunerative prices to the farmers. Second thing is, let the market forces decide how much sugar is required in our country. Third thing is, let government intervene for ethanol blending program. Several years ago this was launched, but it has not taken off. Right friends, this is second issue. Look at the third issue, restructuring of railways, Vivek Debroy panel recommendations. Vivek Debroy panel, it was formed last year so as to give suggestions to reform Indian railways. I have given about railways here. First railway line was opened in 1853 from Boribandar to Thane. Subsequently, several commissions gave their reports, Thomas Robertson Committee. Subsequently, Railway Board was formed, and Ackworth Committee said that railway finances should be separated from general finances. I have listed out various facts about railways. Please go through this. Second important point is, let us look at what are the problems faced by railways. The most important problem is, most of the revenue is going for operational expenditure. If railway is earning 100 rupees, 90 rupees is going for operational expenditure. Where is the money left for capital expansion? If they want a new railway line, where is the money? Second important point is that departmentalization is more in the railways. People work on departmental lines, operating, commercial, civil engineering, like that. That is the biggest problem. They are not working with the motto of increasing the productivity of railways. The next important point is that there are several unproductive railway lines, mostly sanctioned on political considerations. One more important point is the emphasis of railways on running schools, running hospitals, security, all these things, catering. Because of several departments, it is not able to concentrate on its core activity. That is another problem. Another important problem is because 90% of the revenue is going for operations, then several projects are struck up for want of funds. And official lethargy, because it is government organization, lethargy at higher level. General manager is normally appointed at 57-58 years, railway board members are 59-60 years of age, DRMs are around 50 years of age, but all over the world, chief executives of important corporations are in the age group of 45 to 50 years. So, because of all these problems, railways requires some course correction, and Vivek Debroy panel gave some recommendations. I have listed out here. The important aspects are, core activity should be running of trains. Get out of schools, get out of catering, get out of hospitals. Let them be outsourced. You need not be into the business of this. Concentrate on running of the trains. And GMs and DRMs should function as independent business centers with profit motto. The other aspect is station development is to be done as joint venture with the state governments. Investment advisory committee is to be set up. Then within 3 years, independent train regulator is to be established, and beyond 5 years, railway budget is to be scrapped. These are the landmark recommendations given by Vivek Debroy committee. They have not suggested all these recommendations immediately. They gave time phase to implement these recommendations. Right friends? Look into the next issue. Biggest outbreak of MERS outside Middle East. What is MERS? MERS is the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, the other name for it is camel flu. It was originated in the year 2012 in Saudi Arabia, and now South Korea is the worst sufferer because several people lost their lives and schools and colleges were closed recently. And I would like to tell you little about this Middle East respiratory syndrome. It is caused by coronavirus. Coronavirus also causes a common cold, but common cold is not dangerous. At the same time, SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. SARS is also caused by coronavirus, but this MERS is too dangerous because almost 1/3 of the people infected by MERS lose their lives. And the gene was identified in the year 2012. Egyptian virologist Dr. Ali Muhammad Jaki identified the gene in 2012. Saudi Arabia has not taken proper measures to prevent its spread beyond that country, and initially it originated in bats, subsequently spread to camels. Camels contracted this somewhere around 1990s, and after 20 years, human beings contracted this disease. As the disease spread through camels, this disease is also called camel flu, and South Korea suffered badly because of this MERS disease. It caused several fatalities, right? Next, please look into the next issue. Kailash Manasarovar through Nadula Pass. Good news for elders. The present route is through Lipu Lake Pass. Lipu Lake Pass is in Uttarakhand. People use it to go by this route only. Lipu Lake Pass, it involves trekking for several days, around 10 to 12 days trekking is involved. There is no motorable road. Elders feel it difficult. That's why many people desist from going to Manasarovar Lake. And now with China's permission, a new route was opened. Subsequent to the 1962 China war, the new route, that is through Nathula Pass in Sikkim, was closed, and now the new route is opened from this year, and 250 pilgrims are being taken by Government of India this year through this new route, that is Nathula Pass. This existing route is Lipu Lake Pass. Lipu Lake Pass passes through Uttarakhand, and it involves trekking from 10 to 12 days. In the highest mountain ranges up to 19,500 feet, many pilgrims avoid going through this route. And why this Kailash Manasarovar is holy for the people? Because Hindus consider Kailash is the abode of Lord Shiva. Jains believe that its first Tirthankara Rishabhadeva attained moksha there. The other religion, Bons in Tibet. Bons is the religion which is in existence, and its origins were traced prior to Buddhism. It originated in Tibet. They consider it as the sacred place. So Hindus, Jains, Bons, all these religious people consider Kailash Manasarovar as the holy place. Right? And look at the new route. This new route, people have to go to Siliguri and subsequently Gangtok, then Nathula Pass. Subsequently, after passing the Nathula Pass, people have to travel by road almost up to Dharchen. Dharchen is in Tibet. Look into this route. It involves motorable road, and people can reach directly up to Manasarovar, and the trekking will be reduced. And in this case, trekking involves only 2.5 days around Kailash mountain as well as Manasarovar. Right? Trekking is reduced from 12 days to 2.5 days, and it is good news to elders. With the cooperation of China, this new route was opened after 50 years. This year, 250 pilgrims are going, and Indian government is taking them in 5 batches through Nathula Pass. Look into the last issue. Hello Earth, can you hear me? This is the message from Philae to Earth. Before going into this, let me tell you something about European Space Agency. European Space Agency was started in the year 1975. It is the intergovernmental organization involved in space research. 22 countries are there in this intergovernmental organization. Headquarters is Paris. They thought of investigating the life on comets. And in the year 2004, this mission started. To ensure this mission, this Rosetta is the satellite, popularly known as the Rosetta Mission. Rosetta Mission means the mission to look into the life on comets. This Rosetta mission was started in the year 2004 when Ariane 5G rocket or satellite launch vehicle, please look into this picture, this is Ariane 5G rocket. This took off in the year 2004 by taking Rosetta. If you want to look into the picture, this is Rosetta, this is carrying the lander Philae. Philae means the instrument which is in the size of a washing machine, which is proposed to be placed on comet 67P. This mission was started in the year 2004 and ultimately in the year 2014 on 12th November, this Philae was placed on comet. Initially, this Philae sent signals for 60 hours and subsequently it ran flat because some wall is obstructing sunlight from sun. That's why it could not energize itself for the past 7-8 months, and on June 13, 2015, after a gap of 7 months, it got energized and sent a message to Earth via its Rosetta. Hello Earth, can you hear me? That was the message sent on June 13, 2015 by Philae through Rosetta, and as the comet is moving close to sun, it is expected to give more information. Not only that, as the comet is moving close to sun, there is every possibility of this melting of ice on comet, and subsequently huge volumes of gas and dust may be released, and if Philae functions at that point of time, it is expected to give much more information. Let us wait for the good news in future, and let us wind up this, and during the next week, that is 25th week news analysis and features, we are going to discuss about Magna Carta. What is meant by Magna Carta? What is meant by ICBM? What do you understand by trans fats? And 60 million people displaced from their homes. What is the reason? Along with these news analysis, some more we are going to discuss next week. Have a nice day. Thank you.